What's up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium where I react to video game music as a musician myself. Today's Return of Dynasty Warriors. This is Dynasty Warriors 7, although it says 6 here. I think there's like some different numberings across the world. I'm not sure. This song is called Crush 'Em All, requested by Triad 101. Well, I got recently into Dynasty Warriors on this channel, and let's just say it's not what I initially expected. I expected kind of this old, maybe like Chinese sound with, just all that kind of flair from like movies and stuff, but it's been the opposite. It's been heavy metal and just a rocking good time. And with a song named like Crush 'Em All, I don't know who composed these games. I don't really know anything about Dynasty Warriors, but apparently there's a lot of games. And it's metal AF. Will it be metal? I don't know. This is, once again, from Triad 101. Let's go DW7, Crush 'Em All. Power chords. Nope. There's like 4 guitars here. 3, maybe 4. The guitars are now following the bass line. Harmonies. There's harmonies everywhere. More harmonies. I think there's 2 harmonies here. Woo! That is a sick guitar riff. Oh man, that was good. I want to hear that again. Two guitars again, each side. One guitar. One. There's probably gonna be another one joining it right now. Yeah, it's 2. Will there be a third? I like the swing of the drums, even though they're kind of repetitive. That's a good ass riff. Ooh, the guitar player and me is smiling. Look, it's right here next to me. I'm ready at all times. One, two, three, four, five, six, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me hear that one more time. Just that riff. Starting now. I think it's right here. Nope. Further back. You know what? I actually want to hear this slowed down. There's a couple of techniques going on here. There's a lot of palm muting, and there's some legato going on in it. harmony. That's good. Dun 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 dun. Oh man, I gotta learn that. See, being a guitarist is so cool. I always forget I play. I know it sounds weird because I've been doing it for just about 20 years now. God, I'm old. But to be totally honest, it's something I did all the time, every day, like throughout my entire junior high to high school to adult life. I just played, and there's always one next to me. I just showed this one, and I'm surrounded by them, right? My whole place is full. Like, you can't really see, but like every wall section has a guitar hanging from it. And it's crazy because like the past year and a half, my whole life has been VGM and reactions and people hearing me talk and use my voice, when before I used to just never talk and just play. So I don't really play anymore. Like, I do, but it's like muscle memory, and I can get by. But I'm no longer like practicing or really advancing like I should. That's my fault. It's not your guys' fault. Actually, it is your fault. So, but what I was saying, that it's cool that I can just like know my skill level, where I can hear that and be like, oh, I can learn that pretty easily. So the reason I like that riff actually is because when it comes to riffing, that's what a riff is. It's like a chunk of a song that is kind of a I've never actually like had to describe what a riff is. I think everyone just kind of knows what a riff is without having to have it explained to you. For example, like some stuff we just all know, like what a lead, right? It's in front, or a solo, or a melody or something. But a riff is more, when I think of a riff, I think mostly guitar, but it does get uses everywhere else. But when I think of a guitar riff, I think of just like this section of music where it's like a selection of notes that are just fun to play and fun to listen to. They like have a cool swing to them. And there's one band there's plenty of bands when it comes to riffs. That can go on and on. But there's always one specific band I always think of when it comes to like straight up riffs. And like they don't solo all that often. There's barely leads. And if you're from the United States, well, actually, you don't have to be from the United States at all to know them. I was going to say if you're from Virginia, you might know them. But Lamb of God, you might have heard of them. You might have heard of them. They're a band that doesn't sound like this. Don't get me wrong. This is not the genre. I'm just saying. I'm going on a tangent here. But riffing, if you're into that, like if you're into that part of that song, and we're interested in hearing like a whole song full of those, that's what I'm saying. Like, listen to Lamb of God. For example, like I'll give you one, Ashes of the Wake, just the song alone. Everyone has probably known the song Laid to Rest. They probably heard that before, or Hourglass. Just a really, really cool band when it comes to that. Anyways, so riffs are cool. Also, this was really nice because I used a couple techniques where I had palm muting. And that palm muting is basically when the guitar sounds kind of like choked off. So think of like the whole song is not muted because it's very open. Da, 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 da. But when it comes to that song, it's like dun, dun, dun. It sounds kind of like rhythmic. That's palm muting. It's basically you're muting off the sound of the string with your right hand. So it sounds kind of like just choked off, I guess. It has that. It has legato, which is a little da 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 da. Legato just means like smooth playing, like a flurry of notes. And then it has power chords all over it. So it's like a really... See, but this is what I'm talking about. When I think of Dynasty Warriors, if I were to show you a picture of Dynasty Warriors, and maybe even the logo, or even this, would you think like heavy metal? Or, you know what I mean? Like, it's just... It's not that it has to match, but when I see the images of Dynasty Warriors, it looks so specific to like a time period and a sound in my head. I guess I can blame movies and media, but I guess I don't. Honestly, this makes Dynasty Warriors seem really fun to play. If I'm just like slashing through a horde of enemies and I'm rocking out the whole time, that's just one of those games where you just like turn off your brain and just, do that. So it's making a good selling point for me just to like, whatever, I'll play it just for fun. So obviously, I have no idea what the context is. It says crush them all, so I think that's the whole theme of the games, to be honest. But basically, I wrote down just what I would normally say about any like rock song or something. It's just full of bass, harmonies, and the drums. The drums are a little repetitive, but they sounded cool. It had a big rhythm that was moving forward. Obviously, the main thing here was the guitars everywhere. There were so many guitars, almost to the point where it sounds kind of muddy. If it ever sounds like too much or like too much like distortion or gain, that's typically when there starts to be 3 or 4 guitars. Anything past that, and it starts to get a little. But you can kind of hear it was kind of like getting pushed to that level. Usually when that happens, it's a rhythm guitar. In this case, dun 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 dun, dun. And then the leads. But in this, from what I noticed in Dynasty Warriors, whoever the composer or the guitarists are, they're a big fan of probably like 80s metal and stuff like Iron Maiden, Halloween, just a bunch of stuff, right? Because of those harmonies. Harmonies is basically you hear, you can hear it happen in real time in these songs. You'll hear a melody or a lead, and then at the end of it, or halfway through, or even after the first time, you'll hear it again, but like with a different sound. That's because there's another guitar playing it a little higher on the neck. Sounds like a guitar lesson, but this is what I get from it. Like, this was just, it's a very simple, straightforward song full of guitar stuff. So of course I'm gonna nerd out on it. This is like my home base here. But Dynasty Warriors basically always delivers, and it's like a fun, good time. I don't know if it takes itself too seriously. It could just be the music that sounds that way, but based on what I've heard, I thought the game was a lot more serious and more intense, but the music makes it sound like it's just, yeah, let's just kill stuff and rock out. But who knows? That's just what I get from the music. Anyways, that's a fun riff. I should learn that. Okay, cool. Dynasty Wars and Crush 'Em All. Let me know where that plays, even though I can probably guess. And let me know the composer, actually, because I'm very curious on that and who's actually performing that. Maybe I know them, or have heard of them, I should say. Anyways, thank you, Triage 101, and I still have many more of your requests as well. I still have a lot of Dynasty Warrior stuff, too. So I feel like the Dynasty Warriors community just recently found me, because it wasn't too long ago that I just discovered them. But big thank you to my my Patreon members that you see right here, supporting me, and a big thank you to the Platinum ones who get priority in my requests. And that is Kevin, Patrick, Terry, Vanadel, Callanan, Gardeline, Pepita, Justin, Knox, and Triad 101. Until next time, dudes and dudettes, my name is Jesse. This has been the Auditorium. I will see you later.